everybody. How's it going? How are you all? Hello, everyone. How are you? I just saw somebody ask about an orb. So 1 second. 3 weeks ago, a huge white orb appeared in Kim's room. Whose spirit did that orb belong to? 3 weeks ago? I don't know. Who could that have been? Was it before Lucy passed away or after she passed away? How is everybody? Can you guys hear me okay? If you can hear me okay, we'll get started. I'm excited for this too. Little Sparrow Tarot. Do you guys want to see the Bat Cave? Maybe Adam could let you see the Bat Cave and where Cassie is. They're in the Bat Cave. Can you see the Bat Cave?
Cassie doesn't want to be on camera, but
okay.
Just a quick one. She's not okay. Sorry. That's enough.
Okay. All right. Bye. Adam and Cassie are in the Bat Cave. All right, guys, where would you like to begin? And Adam, where would you like to begin? What's happening with Trump? Is he scared right now? Okay, let's look at old Trumpy Bumpy. Trump the dump, Trump the bump. Okay. Donald Trump. He's okay. I'll just say what I'm getting. He's getting tipped off that people are speaking to the authorities. So yeah, he's nervous, but he's angry. He's angry at people for speaking to the authorities is what it So it's people within his organization. So I'm asking if it's Weisselberg. I don't think it is. It seems like it's somebody else, but they're giving a lot of information, and somebody is tipping Trump off to this, telling him this is what's happening. So he's very angry. People are telling him he's getting advice not to run for president. They're telling him not to do it. Of course, his ego is like, he wants to be in the limelight again, of course. They're telling him not to do it. They're telling him not to. So it's interesting because I feel like he really wants to, but they're telling him don't. Do not do it. It would be a disaster. Part of it is the things you have to display when you run, and they're just like, it would be a disaster right now. Don't do it. So that's what I have. He is angry. I mean, nervous, but angry. Like angry that he's being kind of feels betrayed by some people that have worked for him. Okay. So he's on the ropes. And they're saying, don't run for president. That's so funny. Because he wants to, and he wants to come out and say, like, I'm running, but they're telling him, do not do it. Yeah, marginalize. Exactly. Okay. What happened in New Virginia for governor race? Okay, so I kind of talked about that in a video I put up before this, but I'm going to look at it. And when we saw it, it was he emphasized it was going to be close, very, very, very close. But that McAuliffe, he could do it, but he needed every single person to show up. And you've already seen like things saying like Democrats just they weren't as enthusiastic, I guess, as Republicans. So a lot of them didn't turn out. So let me look at this and just see the Virginia race. So they're saying, okay, I'll just say what they're saying. Gerrymandering is what they're saying. And they're showing weird lines, jumping through hoops as well. So there was a portion of people, I guess, that they just didn't want to jump through hoops to vote. I guess it just was difficult. They're showing too Youngston or whatever his name is was able to kind of get them to look over here. It's almost like pivot over here and don't look what's happening over here. He was able to make them look. To me, it feels like he was able to kind of make them see what he wanted them to see. So, and they're saying like he also, stayed away from Trump. Had Trump helped him or come out and campaign for him, it would have ruined his campaign. And so it is kind of a he won because he stayed away from Trump. And so I feel like it's kind of like, so that shows you like that movement is starting to fade away. Even though we're still feeling the after effects, they're making me feel it's almost like after effects of an earthquake. It's kind of, that's what we're still feeling, but it's fading. It's going. His star is falling. Okay. And I talked about on the video today that my guides had to talk me down as well. And they said that, we can get to these paths the easy way or the hard way. Virginia's they're choosing the hard way right now. So they're going to have to come to some realizations about, how things are run and the changes they want to make. But they didn't choose the right person. He's like not, he doesn't really have the people that need help the most in mind. He's so it's going to be difficult for them. I'm so sorry. Okay. Researcher Igor Danchenko has been charged with 5 counts of false statements in an inquiry into the origins of the FBI's Trump-Russia investigation. Will this strengthen Durham and Trump? Researcher Igor Danchenko. It's an inquiry. Just heard the word sensational or sensationalizing or sensational. So I don't know if it's more that that it was, I guess, lying, but it was more exaggerating, I guess. It's almost like it sounds worse than it is, but it is what it is. But it sounds, I don't know. I'm getting this feeling like it's kind of not exactly that, but um, Durham is not going to look very good for some reason. So no, it's not going to strengthen them. No. And they're talking about this being kind of a story that's going to kind of be buried by other stuff that's happening. So it'll kind of fall by the wayside. So it's not going to strengthen them in any way. So no. Um, yeah, that's what I'm getting. And Durham seems like he's kind of headed for his own kind of issues, I guess. I feel like they're looking down on him for some reason. So, okay. Any chances Sinema will be tossed out by Arizona in a recall? There's something about the Arizona recall system that it's like it's difficult to recall people there. So I'm not sure what the protocol is there or how you do it, but they're saying it's difficult to do. They're saying it's more likely she'd be like pressured to leave. That would be more likely than being recalled. Just like public pressure to just like not run again. That's more likely, or to resign or something. That is more likely than a recall for some reason. They're just saying for whatever reason. I feel like there's just a lot of hoops and a lot of the protocol is very difficult in Arizona. Don't know anything about it, but that's what I'm being told. It's difficult. She's feeling pressure, and I actually feel like even like family members are angry with her, which is kind of funny or kind of weird, but that's coming up that it's kind of like even in her personal life, people are kind of angry with her. She has a real chip on her shoulder. She acts like the victim. They're saying it's a habit of hers. She sees herself as a victim. She can play the victim, and it's annoying. Or I get the feeling it's just like an annoying characteristic that she can use. And they're saying since she was young, she's done this, and it's but she has a chip on her shoulder. Not sure why, but okay. So that's what I'm getting with her. So it doesn't look like a recall, but maybe she can be, yeah, a victim. Maybe she can be pressured at, in some other ways. People are not happy with her. Yeah, they're not happy with her. Yeah, and a narcissist as well. Thank you, Connie Brown. Who planted the pipe bombs on January 6th? So I'm seeing kind of a smaller male. It's weird because I've always felt like this energy of kind of like, I couldn't quite place if it was female or male, but I'm seeing like kind of a younger, like slight, kind of smaller male. Brother. Somebody just said brother, so he's somebody's brother or something. Or is a brother. Is there any? Oh, thank you. I don't know who that was. Thank you, Susan. Are there any organizations that call each other like brother? Like, does anybody know if there's like any kind of those like white supremacists? They call them each other brother. Oh, the Proud Boys could be. Pence's brother is in Congress. I don't think it's Pence's brother. It doesn't feel like that high up. It feels like, can I tell you what the vibe it is for me? Is like Lee Harvey Oswald. That's the vibe. Adam and I recently watched Marjorie Harrison, not too long ago. I mean, it was a while ago, but we watched that Stephen King, I think it was 11/22/63 or something like that, about the assassination of JFK. He has that vibe. He has that kind of a little bit nutty, a little paranoid. Thank you, Cheryl. You're welcome. I'm happy to be with you with my time. That's the vibe that I'm feeling, is that kind of like, give me something to do, guys. That kind of vibe. Kind of like, yeah. So interesting, right? That's what I'm getting for this. I feel like the FBI are kind of on his trail. They kind of not know who it is, but I feel like they're close or something, or they kind of have an idea. So interesting. Okay. Weird though. That's the vibe of him. That kind of little kind of, smarmy kind of whatever. So it'll be interesting to see. But that's the feeling I'm getting. Will Congress eventually decide to have the big bills voted on anonymously so Republicans can vote on bills without repercussions? Huh. So I'm seeing Chuck Schumer, and I'm hearing thrown into the mix. So I feel like that may be an option that they throw out. Let's see if. It's interesting because I'm seeing Mitch McConnell saying no. I'm seeing also like some Democrats don't like that idea. I guess it doesn't mean it could never happen, but I'm just seeing kind of there may be talk about it or maybe thrown into the mix, but they're going to have opposition with McConnell, and some Democrats don't like that idea for whatever reason. But that, I mean, gosh, at this point, it's like, just get it through, right? Just get it through, be creative and get it through. So that's what I'm getting on that. But maybe it will, maybe they'll push for it. Maybe there'll be no other way. But I still feel like, and even after seeing Joe Manchin and wanting to I just had the desire like to jump through the TV screen today when he was talking on Morning Joe. And you know how when the Three Stooges used to go like that, like hold your nose and then go like that. That's what I wanted to do, Joe Manchin. I was so angry at him. I wanted to tweak his nose. But you know, even after seeing that, I still feel like they will get something with infrastructure through. They still will do something with voting rights. I know it seems impossible at this point, but I am still saying that. So hopefully they'll figure it out. Okay. What's next, Adam? Brian Kemp, Georgia. I just heard fix. I think he might get in because it's fixed. There's somebody honest at the top, though. They're saying there's somebody honest at the top that has something to do with voting or something. But they're saying there's somebody honest at the top. This could be a really interesting race because I just feel like he might win, but there's questions. I don't know if he stays there. That's really weird. But they're talking about somebody honest at the top. Something to do, they had do something with voting, and they know something has gone wrong, or something was done or not that is not honest. That is so interesting. We will see, but this feels like a kind of a scandalous, or kind of like a soap opera almost. So we will see. I can't stand Brian Kemp, so that would be great to see him kind of disgraced and kicked out. It kind of almost what it feels like is like kind of a disgraceful win and then a loss, or a win and then a taken away. So interesting. I did not expect that at all. Did not expect that at all. Okay. That's what I got. We shall see. Okay. Will Queen Elizabeth's health cause her to step down in 2022? Can you see her alive in 2022? Okay. Yeah, entertainment purposes only. So I'm working right now on Cassie's other channel. Her new channel is Screen Detective, and it has a little magnifying glass so you can look at it. Okay. I'm working on my thank you, Marie. I'm working on my 2022 predictions right now. I'm doing lots and lots of meditating and getting lots and lots of information, and a lot of stuff is coming up for England. I'm getting tons of information about that. So let me just say this. I feel like in 2022, there's going to be a change in the monarchy. It's weird because should I say this? I don't want to say too much because I don't want to, it feels like it skips a generation. It feels like it goes straight to William for some reason. That's what I'm feeling. That's what it feels like. Now, it could be that it goes to Charles for a short time and then goes to William, or it goes to Charles and he can't fulfill the duties or something, and then it goes, but it almost feels like it skips a generation. So that's what I'm getting. And then it also feels like there's a change in Parliament too. It's like there's there's going to be, I think 2022 and 2023 are going to be crazy years for the UK. I think it really is going to be like everything looks different. By the end of 2023, everything's going to look different, but 2022 is going to be a lot of changes. As far as her health, what I have seen in my meditations is that the stuff with Andrew and the death of her husband were just two blows that just broke her heart, basically. And she doesn't feel up to navigating the family stuff anymore. Thank you, Stephanie. The stuff with like Meghan and Harry and that kind of stuff, she just doesn't feel capable of navigating that stuff anymore. It's too much. It's too much. So that's what I'm getting right now. And I'll expand more when I do my 2022 kind of reading for 2022, but that's what I got for Queen Elizabeth in the UK. So it'd be very interesting. Okay, Adham. Will Meghan Markle run for office? Thank you, Patty. Thank you so much. I don't think she'll run for office herself, but I do see her kind of like lending support to people that do. I actually do feel like she'll get more political, which is interesting, but I feel like it'll more be causes and kind of representatives that support those causes. Thank you, Marby. Thank you. There's something about kids coming up. And some, it almost feels like kind of social justice kind of stuff. Because I feel like she'll kind of like how, a little bit like how Michelle Obama has been, kind of involved, but kind of on the sidelines, and more cause driven than like, office driven. But I do see her kind of going to bat for certain people that like support those things. So I do feel like she'll get more political. So maybe if you're feeling that, that's what you're feeling. I don't feel like if she does run for office, it may be much later, because I don't see it anytime like soon. But I don't want to, kill that dream, but it could be just maybe much later when her kids are grown or something like that. So, okay. Will Biden's vaccine mandate backfire? No. What it feels like is kind of like, it's really strange, because some of these issues, I almost feel like, it'll be overshadowed. There's something else happening. So, and I'm feeling like it has to do with the January 6th commission and that kind of stuff. Hi, Medium Kim. Hi, Bev. So I'm thinking that, oh gosh, it's going to be overshadowed. There's something else happening. It's like it might be like a thing for a little bit, but it's not going to backfire. Not in the way I think we're thinking, like that it will, really piss people off and they'll be out in the streets. It doesn't feel like that. It just feels like there'll be little, things here and there, but it's going to be overshadowed pretty quickly. That it's kind of like onto this thing that's much bigger and kind of more dramatic, shall we say? And it feels more impactful. Like it impacts a lot of people in a lot of big ways. So, yeah, it's going to be overshadowed. It may be a big story for a little bit, and then it's going to go. It's going to go. Oh, I'm sorry, Marjorie. It's just sorry that you were sick. That's awful. Okay, what is the political future of State Representative Malcolm Kenyatta in Pennsylvania? Can someone just tell me if Malcolm Kenyatta is a Democrat or a Republican? If you know, or Adam, can you tell me if he's a Republican or a Democrat? Just Democrat, okay. I keep hearing the phrase ripped from the headlines, so I feel like he might make news of some kind. There's some kind of so I feel like I have no context for this at all, but I feel like there's something about him being a good speaker or being a good orator, because I feel like there's some kind of speech or some kind of speech or something that makes news, and it kind of makes him known, more known. It almost reminds me of like when like Obama gave his speech at the convention, or I don't think it's that big, but it feels like it makes headlines or it makes news, and it kind of makes him known and kind of propels him in a bit of a different direction. It's really good for the state, though, whatever it is. Maybe it's like governor or something, but it feels like it's good for the state. Think about education as well. Is coming up. I feel like it's personal to him. Something about education is personal to him. So that's what I got. Okay. Hope that helps. I hope that helps. Why did China apparently tell its citizens to stock up on food? Okay, so let me piecing this together. I just heard the phrase, "Are you scared yet?" So I feel like it's some kind of there's something with moving food around and farming, or farming, funding farming or farming funds or something. And there's something about moving stuff around, it being difficult, or there's a hardship about moving things around. But I also feel like there's something about this that feels kind of made up, to scare people, or to scare people into like, okay. And again, we interpret this stuff, but let me just tell you what this feels like. It feels like there's something happening that the government is worried about. And so it's almost like if people start kind of mass buying stuff, it may help this problem. That makes sense. And there's something about wanting to, or trying to keep people a little bit on edge for some reason. There's something about this that feels manufactured, but it is to like stimulate or help a part of the economy. It kind of reminds me of remember when George Bush told everyone to go out shopping after 9/11? It's kind of like that, but I feel like it's for a reason, like a calculated reason why. That feels like it'll help this industry, it'll help this area of our country, and it feels like a scheme, like that's the only way I can put it, like a plan, a ploy, and they're keeping people on edge for some reason. So weird, right? If you guys get any feelings about that, let me know. I don't even know if what I'm saying is making sense, but that's what it feels like. It's weird. Yeah, very weird. It like makes me uncomfortable. Though, like, okay. All right. Thank you, Lucienne. It makes total sense. But it feels like it makes me like a little bit on edge. Not for us, but for them. It's weird. Anyway. Yeah, it's easier. You're right, Bonds. It is easier to control people when they're fearful, but it's definitely like it's for a reason. It's a manufactured thing to do something. Anyway, okay. What is the ultimate future of the Texas abortion law? Will it fail or succeed? So I heard fail, but I'm feeling like there's a process to this. There's a process to this, and I almost feel like kind of like it has to kind of go through the process. Let it go through the process is what it feels like. So I'm seeing Abbott as well. This is going to come to a head. This is, I just heard referendum. Okay, so I'm feeling like this needs to play out. It's gonna be kind of like hit a few bumps, but it's gonna fail ultimately. It's just going to have to kind of work through the process. And I also feel like there's a it almost feels like there's might be a change of government, like right before it's like this is done. Thank you, Carol. That's what it feels like. So it might be right after an election or something like that, but it feels like boom, boom, change in government, change in this. They're right together, or maybe right before, but it feels like they're kind of right together. So maybe this takes place around next November or something, but it's like let the process play out. But I feel like it's like it's being strangled is what it feels like. I mean, it's a horrible visual, but it is like it's being stifled, slowed, strangled, anyway. I can't call his office again, but my autocorrects is, by the way. Thank you, Marie. All right. Well, Rebecca Jones, who was a whistleblower in Florida, win office. She's running against Matt Gaetz. Oh, gosh, wouldn't that be just karmic justice? Okay. And her name is Rebecca Jones. Rebecca Jones. I do see a woman coming in after him. So I would guess yes. But it feels like a weird election or something. It feels it just kind of like an unusual election. It doesn't feel normal. So I don't know if he's in trouble at the time or what's going on, but I do see a woman taking his place. So whether he's like kicked out or and someone comes in to like take his spot, before the election happens. So I'm not sure if this is the person I'm seeing, but I do feel like a woman takes his place, and it's a relief. It's like a relief. So I would say, yeah, I would say that's a tentative, yeah. And I'll just leave it at that. But I do see a woman taking his place. It just the only reason I'm hesitating is because it feels like a weird election. It feels like there's something weird about it. It doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel like just a normal election. Okay. I know. I hope he's being measured for his jumpsuit too. Oh, thank you, John of New. Thank you. That's so sweet. How are Democrats going to do in the 2020 midterms? Will the results of Virginia be of any consequences? I feel like Dems will hold on to the House. They're saying, though, there'll be some nail biters. There'll be some elections that are kind of too close for comfort, but they'll hold on to the House. They're even showing, like, after that Kevin McCarthy might be gone. He might leave or something, or maybe he'll get in trouble. I don't know, but it seems like he's gone. He's like, no, not there anymore. I feel like the Senate, it's interesting because I feel like it's a little bit of an unknown right now. I almost feel like there are some people still deciding, will I run, will I not run? Am I going to stay? Am I not going to stay? People are in decision modes right now for the Senate. So it's interesting because I actually feel like Democrats are going to do better than expected, which is kind of weird. But I feel like Trump comes out of the woodwork and starts trying to like muscle in and be part of it, and it's going to be a big shit show. It's just going to be really awkward and bad, and will hurt them basically. So that's what I'm feeling like. So I think that the Democrats may do better than people are thinking right now. I don't think Virginia is really anything. I think it's just, and it's not like he was killed. It was a few percentage points. So it's not like, yeah, no. It's okay. It doesn't mean anything. It was a race. It was a race, we win some, we lose some, and that one people didn't get out, so we lost it. But I also think it unnerved people. So that's what I'm getting. Is there any bad blood with Desantis and Trump? So I don't think there's bad blood. Like, I don't think they've like had words but I can tell you that DeSantis thinks that Trump is stupid and that he needs to go, that he's too old for the game. That's kind of what he thinks. And I feel like Donald Trump is very envious of DeSantis, his age, where he is kind of in his career, and he thinks that he could do with what DeSantis has, he could do so much better with it. Like he could just, he doesn't feel like DeSantis is taking full advantage of where he is in his life. So they're each kind of, one is like, I think the other one's old, needs to go. And then Donald Trump is kind of envious. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm feeling. So they each have negative opinions of one another, but there hasn't been like a falling out, like a specific falling out of any kind. At least I'm not picking up on anything like that. It's just that they're a little bit, yeah. I feel like particularly Trump is quite envious to me. It feels like just his kind of youthfulness and his kind of position in his life. But like I said, I think there's scandal coming for DeSantis, so I wouldn't worry about. I've always seen him embroiled in some kind of scandal. Same with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't worry about those two because I just feel like it's coming. It's coming. I've seen that so many times for them. Yeah, I know, it's shocking. Trump envious of someone? I know. It's a shock, I know. I know. He's exactly, Rob. He's jealous of everyone. But for him, it's like, and he does not like when people compare him. Neither one of them like when they're compared to the other. They don't like that at all. So just FYI, and now you know how to get to each of them. Do any of Trump's children actually believe the election was truly stolen? Oh, I just heard a loud no. So, no. I'm getting though with Trump Jr. that he's quite he's, and it could be drugs, allegedly, but that he's quite kind of paranoid. Thinks that he was definitely like he does feel like everybody was against his dad and they made it, but he feels like, to me, it feels like both Republicans and Democrats, they were out to get him, that kind of thing, like almost like a paranoid thing. So in that way, maybe he thinks it was stolen, but I heard a loud no. So they know. Yeah, it's pathetic. Yeah, there's no angel light tonight because little Cassie is staying in her room, so we kind of had to move stuff around. But we'll make sure that it's up next time. So we'll move some of the stuff back. But it's temporarily rearranged. Okay, Social Security in danger in the upcoming years. Okay. It feels like it will teeter at points, but it's not. It will be okay. Ending or erasing or cutting down Social Security is a loser for politically. It's a loser. They might play with the idea, teeter it on the edge because there are people that like to get their hands on that money, but it's not. It's going to be okay. Yeah, I agree with you, Bev, that he's Don Jr. has acquired his dad's victim mentality. I agree with you. Absolutely. Will the new earth happen in our future or the future? Or the future? So I'm going to do a show on this, actually. I'm going to bring someone on to talk about this. But basically, the new earth is happening as we speak. It's happening right now. And I'm going to talk about it in my 2022 predictions because that has come up. When I got that one angel orb that I talk about, or I called it an angel orb. Some people call it fairy orb, but that one orb that I got in the last orb video that I did, I was talking about that. That's how that came about. I was talking about the new earth. I was talking about the fifth dimension and shifting consciousness. And I just saw something. It's weird. I just saw, but anyway, I just thought I saw a light go like that. So anyway, sorry. But I was talking about that. And in the context of that, I said, like, are there angels here? And then that happened. So it's happening right now. And the veil is getting thinner. There is a shift in consciousness happening. And it's not quite the it's not as if the old earth and the new earth will be side by side and there's an older earth and a new earth. It's not quite like that. But I don't really want to go into all of that right now, but let me just tell you, it's happening now. It's a process. And I kind of talked about it in the video earlier today. It's something that can't be, it's an evolution. It's a spiritual evolution. So it can't be stopped. It can't be, it's happening. It's happening. It will happen slowly or quickly, depending on, how we can, handle it. And getting like what I always think of as angel sounds, like I'm getting like a ringing in my ears, which is usually my sign for like when angelic energy is here. This is all really weird, but anyway, the shift is happening now, and it's been happening, and it will continue to happen, and we are moving into it. We talked about that visual of the train leaving the station. We're all on the train. We're leaving the station. There are going to be people that are just slower to move and slower to shift, and that's okay. That's okay. We'll go one by one. That's okay. Yeah. So anyway, that's exciting, right? But I'll talk more about it. I will talk more about it, and I'll give you kind of an idea of what it looks like, how it happens, what is happening probably in your life that you can see, that is going on, that is telling you this is happening, and it's happening to you, and it's happening to me, it's happening to us. So I'm preaching to the choir here, I know. All right, guys. Last question. Right. I know, Connie Brown, and you'll actually, a lot of us will see a lot of it. We'll see a lot of it. And that also means upheaval, right? A lot of change and a lot of big, stuff happening. Okay. Will there be a law in 2022 to tax the ultra rich? If not a billionaire's tax, then something to fund progressive change in the US. I just heard someone say a political winner. So politically, this is it's a winner. I feel like they're going to do this, but I also feel like they're going to use it. Like it's like people really like it, so it's like they use it to campaign on. They use it to get people excited. So I feel like not only will they like do it, but they'll use it to make people happy, about what's the changes that are coming. Obviously, big donors and rich people don't love it, but but it looks like it's coming, and it's going to be it's like it's what the people want. It's going to be and kind of a powerful. It's a turning point, actually. It feels like a milestone of some kind, and kind of a turning point in the way things begin to change here. So it does have meaning, it does have meaning in a big way, but it also feels like it has kind of a symbolic meaning as well, and kind of a it feels like a big change that happens, and that's really, really good for all of us. And it's like it's a change, but it's a symbolic change as well. It's a part of this end of an era, part of this end of kind of one era and another beginning. So that's interesting. Prices and gas. I feel like in the spring we're going to see some change in the gas prices. I just saw that little question there. So I feel like it's around spring. I feel like it's going to be around like April, that time frame, around that. Okay, guys, this was really fun. Super fun to talk to everybody and see everybody. So I will do my little sign off and talk to everybody and say everybody's name, say your name, say your name. So I just want to say thank you to Rob. Thank you, Rob. Jay Haynes, John of New, thanks so much. Adam, of course, Lucienne, of course, thank you, Lucienne, for helping. Thank you, Adam, for helping. And little Cassie in the garage, in the bat cave. Oh, sorry, bat cave, not the garage. What am I saying? In the lair. Thank you, Starlight Glazer. Thank you, Samilia. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for everyone that donated tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm going to do my next, when I do the 2022 predictions, I'll tell you where we've given all of our money. I gave a lot of different places, so I will give you for last month and this month. Okay, thank you. Connie Brown, T-Barb, Lemus Ferris, Judith, Butterflies Are Free, My Thoughts, Don Langford, Freda Stinger, Zena, G. Vega, Caroline, Stephen, Haggerty, Kevin's Loving Vibrations Tarot. Thank you, Little Spiro Tarot. Ron, Unconditional Love. Hi, Ron. Thank you, Mimi Rose. Thank you, Meritus Mirror. Thank you, Mary. Cosmetoga Party. There you go. Ponce, thank you. Kate, Martha, Marby, Bam Bam, Brenda, R, Mainkind, Sparky, Sherry Renner, Vanessa, Liz L, Lisa Foster, Julie P, Kate Ingram, Sherry Donnelly, Nancy Decker. Let's see. Minuit Maya, Raina V, Carol Michael, Nancy Decker. Did I get it? Oh, and I missed a. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you so much. Okay, Robin Hernandez. I think I got it. I mean, I hope I got most people. Cheryl McLemore, Sherry R, Deborah Hoven, Susie Stroud. I saw Bev earlier and Rudd. Thank you guys so much. Sue Ellen. Tomorrow night I'm on with Linda G and Debbie on Debbie Freebird Spirit on her channel. It should be a lot of fun. It will be Friday. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Dina. Catherine. Zaray. Louisa. Tish. Just sit here all night long. Lena Marie. Unity Planet. Sue Forrest. All right, everybody. Thanks, Connie Brown. Thanks, Martha. Thanks, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, and Linda G as well. Yeah, I just thought she was going to be on. So yeah, awesome. We should have a really good time. And Linda G tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern. Thank you. Thank you, Lucienne. Thank you, Frida. Thank you. Grateful for you too. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Sue. Celtic Seer. Virgo in Sin, Chris Wickens, Kate Ingram, Sue F. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. I will see you tomorrow. All right? Have a good night.